Netizens slammed the Duke of York for no longer making the song, "God Save the King." Prince Edward observed himself in warm water after his confusing response to the countrywide anthem, "God Save the King," throughout the 95th Royal Variety performance in London's Royal Albert Hall. The occasion came about in advance this month, but best aired on ITV on December 20th. Those who tuned in to observe the display concept noted that the youngest son of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip became disrespectful to his older brother, King Charles III, due to the fact he no longer sang. Instead, he kept his mouth shut while his spouse, Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, became visible mouthing the traces of the anthem in conjunction with the choir. According to Metro UK, they have been the royal visitors of honor on the occasion and have represented the royal family. Netizens have been virtually amazed and at a loss for words at Prince Edward, who regarded himself as stoic as he stood there staring out into the crowded hall. One Twitter user wrote, "I think it became cute to see Prince Edward and the Countess of Wessex out helping Charles and William, as everybody can't be anywhere without delay, and they want to proportion the chores so to talk. However, I observed Prince Edward now no longer making the national anthem, very tight-lipped. What's that everyone about?" Another commented, at Royal Variety, "All of us note that Prince Edward does no longer sing God Save the King, despite the fact that his spouse Sophie did." Eddie had to nevertheless be peeved that Charles did not provide him the Duke of Edinburgh title. Silly Rabbit. Meanwhile, others Himwith described his behavior as disgraceful and said that he allegedly disrespected King Charles III. Regardless of the criticism, the ones worried about the Royal Variety show shared their gratitude for Prince Edward and Sophie's presence. "Everyone on the Royal Variety charity team needs to thank the Earl and Countess of Wessex and Forfar for their support. His Royal Highness's first-rate grandparents, King George V and Queen Mary, have been our first royal visitors since Lower back in 1912. Reads a message published along with a photograph of the beaming royal couple. This was reportedly the first time that Prince Edward and Sophie attended the Royal Variety performance. Prince William, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, King Charles III, Kate Middleton, and Princess Anne formerly attended as royal visitors of honor. Now King Charles and his spouse, Queen Camilla, act as heads of the family, and whilst the brand new monarch is adopting a few of the festive traditions in a bid to preserve continuity, a few modifications have been made. For instance, Camilla invited her youngsters to the royal get-together for the first time, and Fergie has reportedly been added in from the cold. While this year there have been empty chairs to be filled, different Christmases have made the royal family visible in the surrounding area. On one such occasion, Charles became furious while Sandringham became a complete residence, and the Queen's guidelines supposed he became disadvantaged by losing his favored suite. Richard Kay, royal commentator and antique buddy of Diana, Princess of Wales, defined that Christmas of 1999 noticed a brand new addition to the royal family and that they had precedence while it got here to accommodations. A dollop of seasonal ill will had descended on Sandringham while Charles became instructed he ought to yield up his favorite suite of rooms to his newly married, more youthful brother, Edward, Mr. Kay wrote within the Daily Mail in 2015. The cause was that Charles became alone and didn't want it, whereas the Earl and Countess of Wessex did. Prince Edward had married Sophie Rhys-Jones, now Sophie, Countess of Wessex, with Iceming the fourth and last of the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh's youngsters to get married. The newlyweds have been given the suite, and Charles, who has a deep want for his creature comforts, became furious, stated Mr. Kay. However, the Queen's guidelines on the Christmas gathering, in which area may be tight, ought to be obeyed. As a royal lady, Sophie had an automated proper to a dressing room, and no matter his reputation as inheritor to the throne, a then unmarried Prince of Wales became pressured to provide one. Thank you for watching till the end. Please share with us your thoughts in the comments.